All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Precious Simone, and I am a contributing writer with K.I.S.H magazine. K.I.S.H wants to send her regards to you all. She is the chief and editor of K.I.S.H magazine in Atlanta, y'all. And so I'm here representing for her and the team. And we're super excited to have the mix. I love everything that you all are doing, the platform. I went and followed all of y'all last night, and I followed Rock Soul. I'm like, I want to get on the vibe. Don't leave me out.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about right
Don't
there.
leave me out. It's such a movement, and I'm so excited for us to be here to talk about it because I think this is going to permeate across the globe to other young individuals like ourselves, millennials and Gen Z, coming together, talking the talk, walking it out, and being able to impact our generation. So I think this is amazing, y'all. Oh, I love it.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank y'all for being here. Of course. So if y'all want to go ahead, I mean, I'm telling you, there's so much on me right now with this. I was so happy. So we talk about the mix and, you know, it's a vibe. What made you all say yes to this opportunity? We all can answer this one because I have different questions for each person. But what made you all say yes to this opportunity? What was it about it that you said, yes, I want to be a part of this? This is something that our culture needs, our generation needs. What was it?
Just
well, I'll start off.
You can go ahead.
Yeah, so when I was kind of co-creating this with Tiny and Jill King, who is our showrunner, she's 4-time Emmy nominated showrunner, by the way. Yeah, got to give her props out there. I knew that I had to create a platform for young people to be able to express themselves freely on any topic. I was watching so many talk shows, like that's one of my guilty pleasures. I love morning talk shows. Like I watch all of them from The View to The Real to The Chew to everything, Wendy. And I was always saying like, we're missing the younger perspective and we're also missing the perspective of both men and women. I would only see all women of a particular age and, you know, different things affect that demographic differently than they affect us, young Black people. So that for me was one of the forefront issues that I had to jump on in order to be a part of this and to create this. I knew that we had to make that platform.
To you. Thank you for creating it.
Absolutely.
I totally agree. You want to talk about the future, you do need to hear from the young generation. That is important because they're going to be the next leaders, right? So that's really good.
And this show is important because like I say, this is like gumbo. You got a little bit of everything. You got different perspectives. People come from different walks of life. And I'm just excited for Tuesday nights for people to come join us, you know, in the midst. And really, we're gonna educate this generation, but we're gonna laugh, we're gonna learn, you know, and we're gonna empower each other. So like, I just felt it was perfect timing because on my behalf, I would have never thought I'd be doing a talk show with my busy schedule. I'm trying to actually retire soon. And now I'm doing a talk show, which is no joke. But I feel like it's my responsibility with everything that I've learned and conquered in this industry. I have to give it back to the younger generation. I have to give it back to our people. And what better platform than your own talk show?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
For me, I definitely am happy that I get to represent other like 18, 19.
There go the baby.
I'm the baby. I'm the younger one. But I just think it's important for me, like, to show how valid younger people's opinions are. Even though we may not have as much life experience, we could be just as educated as the older generation. And I think that's a big thing that I want to represent. So I got to make sure I know what I'm talking about. You know,
hey, don't be coming trying to beef with us, okay? Don't be coming trying to, I'm just saying, come in peace. Dang, come in peace.
No, never. Always, it's all love, always. But I'm also here to learn. Like I said, I'm still young, so also I get to learn a lot from these guys because they are older and they can guide me, and hopefully I can guide other people as well.
For me, it was definitely, the concept. I didn't have a show like this growing up, but luckily, my role models were in the house. It was my mom and my sister. But like so many of my friends who really don't have that guidance and that advice that they can get from someone in their home, I felt like it was dope that, what Anton, Tiny, Jill King, they've created is like, now you can come to us for that advice. Now you see representation in us. And I think that's vital, especially, you know, in your young adult years, you need that guidance for sure. So that's why I wanted to be a part of it, because I want to be that voice, hopefully, for someone out there.
Amen.
Just to add on, I'm just excited. I hate going last. These people are like the best. My co-hosts know how to say what they gotta say. But no, seriously, I was extremely excited to be a part of that as well. A little nervous also for me because I'm not really vocal a lot of the time, but definitely excited to be a part of a platform where other people can relate to us. People our age can relate to us. And other than that, I could definitely, like Jamiee said, learn from people. So I was really excited to be a part of it, even from Jamiee, even though, you know, she's young, but baby, Jamiee knows what
Jamiee has a voice. She has
Yes.
a voice.
This is amazing, y'all. I feel the energy. I feel the vibe. It's truly a vibe. But I am a firm believer that when you give individuals a platform to express themselves, especially our young generation, you see a decrease in suicide, you see a decrease in depression, all those things, because there's a support system wrapped around them. And I see the support that you all, like you said, they can come to you all for that support and time. And I think what you all did was genius, and it's a world change. And I don't think you realize what you just opened yourself up to.
You know, I don't think I've realized either. After the show premiered and hearing everybody talk about it, because we've been doing a lot of press for the show, and people are, you know, they have a much appreciation for it like you do. And they were saying, like, we need this. We've been missing this and didn't even know we've been missing it. You know, that to me is just, that just makes me feel like head over the heels for this. And then also too, to know that maybe we are inspiring other young people to get together and do things like this as well.
Yeah,
you definly are. You definitely are.
This is the first young talk show of this time. Like, we the first to do that. Like, think about this: the young Black, you know, talk show host. Like, I'm just saying that's a big deal.
It's huge. You're inspiring other people to show them what's possible. People who feel like, no, that's Oprah, that's Steve Harvey. It's like, no, what about us? What about our time? It's possible for you during your time, during your era. So that's good. Come on. What's the age range on the screen, y'all? Can I write that? What's the age range on the screen?
Well, I'm 18.
Okay.
I'm 24.
I'm 24 as well.
And I'm the prime age of 17.
No, I've been watching you too long out there.
17, baby.
You gotta be in the 30s, Romeo.
About to be. I'm becoming after 30 soon. Gotta keep that. You gotta stay young at heart, though. No, and that's what I like about this all the hosts. It's like everybody brings something different to the table. Like, as we get more in depth, you're gonna see, like, we really be going at it with each other. We want to show people nothing's wrong with that. We live in a world where people cancel you out for speaking your mind. Now, we get if you do something that's crazy and, you know, it doesn't make sense and, you know, you need to get canceled for something that's really serious. But, like, for speaking your mind, you know, you should be able to do that because we all see life different. I always tell people it's not about understanding each other. It's about accepting each other. And I think we got a great blend if you're going to see that on the mix.
Yeah, I see it. Y'all are amazing. Good looking, educated, Black, all that. And I saw your video on counsel culture. I saw that and I thought that was really good because we do counsel people out. You know, we do disregard them, especially our own people. We'll give somebody else an opportunity and a chance because they seem more credible when our people are researched.
No, let me tell you something though. People don't realize this. Our people, we gonna push each other down and laugh at each other when we fall instead of helping each other get it back up. Hertz, the rental car business, was literally bankrupt. People don't know this. 2 months ago, bankrupt, filed for bankruptcy. Now, what if your favorite actor filed for bankruptcy or your favorite rapper? You're gonna make fun of them. You're gonna start talking bad about them, and people don't realize we're all human. Like, we all go through ups and downs. But Hertz files for bankruptcy. Now they're back to being the biggest business 2 months later. So why don't we have that mentality when it comes to our people? Why don't we lift each other up instead of laughing at each other and pointing the finger? Because at the end of the day, nobody's perfect and everybody's human and we will fall down. But it's about how you bounce back.
Oh, that's rich. That's the whole message right there. That's rich. That is rich. When we do put each other down, we slandering each other left and right. When in reality, we need each other way more than we
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's good, y'all. Oh, so what's your role in the mix? I guess, Jamiee, I'll start with you. What's your role and kind of what do you do in your part that you play? What are you talking about? What are some of your topics or hot topics, or what is it you speaking to?
Well, I think first and foremost, I think especially Romeo makes it very clear my role is the baby of the show.
Wow, why you doing that? Wow, that's
Romeo.
I'm so kidding.
I was
But
once in your shoes. It's a good place. You're gonna make a
yeah,
difference.
no, it definitely is. It's great. But like I said, it's just about showing that younger kids are educated. We have strong voices, valid opinions that deserve to be heard in these important conversations, such as political conversations. Something that I want to be a part of because, election is coming up in, I think, 90 days or less. So that's something huge. And personally, I want to get the president out of office. That's the me thing. I want to encourage as many kids my age as I can to go and vote.
Yeah,
because nothing's going to change unless my generation steps up and follows through and votes. So
And Jay, you want to know a random fact?
I do.
In 80 days, they're going to be 4 more million new 18-year-olds.
Wow.
That could play a big difference in voting.
Write it down.
That's
Huge.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so the younger generation is going to play a big part because they could make the biggest difference. It's going to be 4 million new 18-year-olds, which means they could vote when it comes.
Wow.
On top of everything.
Those 18-year-olds are the ones who are doing the protests and reading all the information on social media. Like, those are the kids that are going to make a huge difference in this election year. So that's mainly what I want to focus on.
Well, that's why also too our show is so important, because I know a lot of young people are going to look to our show and our guests that come on the show and what our views on politically, because a lot of people right now are on the fence for both Biden, and I don't know if they're voting for Trump or not. Hopefully they're not thinking about voting for Trump. But a lot of black people have said openly that Biden does not have their vote, So I think what I'm hoping is that we can get Joe Biden on our show, because a lot of young people in our demographic is what he needs, especially people of color. So hopefully we can get him on the show and we can either sway some people to get with him or, maybe have them vote for Trump. Hopefully not.
Yeah, no.
Hopefully not.
That's good. But at least encourage them to vote and use that vote.
Yes.
Power to vote, especially knowing our history, right? That's good. Jazz, what's your role? What are you loving about it?
I think that outside of politics, relationships are really big, especially for like young adults growing up. We need that. We need that guidance. We need that advice. Me being abstinent, I take a stand on that. My mom talks about it every chance she gets on TV. So the cat.
I love that.
Yeah, and I think that's like something that is inspiring. You know what I'm saying? My sister's abstinent as well, and she's 25. So it's like, that's how we were raised, and I feel like that's a message that needs to be, put out to young women for sure. And then politics, because I know myself, I wasn't really into politics growing up. Like, I was the student athlete. I felt like politics didn't have anything to do with me. I was like, I don't really care about it, honestly, which was very ignorant. Where now at 24, I can sit back and go, oh my gosh, I wish I was more educated when I was 18, 19, 20, because I really could have helped in a sense. I could have made a change somehow. Every vote counts. You go into the protests. Like, I live in Houston. We had 17,000 people at the George Floyd protest.
Wow.
So that was major, you know what I'm saying? It really took a stance. And like Jamiee said, it was 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds out there. So that's definitely something I want to speak about as well, and just bring awareness to that.
Oh my goodness, that is amazing. I love it, y'all. Y'all so inspired. I'm trying to hold back emotions, because this is so powerful. Zonnique, what about you?
I would say my favorite thing is also talking about relationship type things. But I also enjoy like bringing people down to understand how celebrities are humans, like our normal people. I feel like people always put celebrities in this type of spotlight and forget like how human we and people are. But I mean, I will also say that I don't feel like I'm not sure how everybody else, if everybody else agrees with me, but I wouldn't say that we all have a particular role. I feel
Yeah,
like
I
we
agree.
all,
Yeah.
Okay.
all really just speak our truths about how we
Okay.
feel, and everyone is so different that it just it works out the best for everyone.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh,
I
that's
agree.
beautiful. Oh, well, that good. That segues in then to this question. So I'll give this one to Romeo. When you hear our voice, our truth, what comes to mind for you? What does that mean? Um,
Yeah.
our voice, our truth.
It means that we're here. People finally get to hear us, literally hear us. This is a company by us, created by us. This is a platform by us, and the voices is what you see. The cool thing, what I like about this, and what Tiny always says, she just wants us to be ourselves. It's not a producer telling us, okay, you got to say this, you got to believe in this, and this is what we got to throw out to the world. No, we get topics, and it's like, what do you feel about this?
Yeah.
How do you feel this is going to make an impact? And it's us being us, and this is what we haven't had. And now it's here. The mix is here. That's what I'm saying. Every Tuesday, y'all about to come chill with us, vibe out with us, and you're going to learn something. But at the same time, this is a conversation among us, the community, the culture.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Anton, what about you? When you hear that, I know you echo the same sentiments, but on a grander scale, what do you hear?
Mm-hmm. I just think blackity black, black, blackity black, 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 black.
Dang, I was gonna say that too, man.
That's
right
what I
out of my
think
head.
about. You know what I mean? And it's important right now that we hear stories about Black people from the perspective of Black people. I said so many times these stories are being reported by, someone that is other than, someone that isn't Black. And for the first time, people can come to our show and get these experiences from young Black people. And I think a lot of times people have their own stereotypical views of what a young person of color is supposed to sound like, supposed to act like, who they're supposed to date. And I think we're changing that narrative of what it is to be young and Black. We don't all sound the same. We don't all like the same type of people. We are educated. We come from different backgrounds. We're not all the same. And so I love the fact that people come to our show and see the complexities that we all possess.
Yep.
Yeah. Y'all better.
When a Black woman
send me the address. Send me the address. I want to call St. Louis. I gotta go. I understand we in COVID. I don't want nobody like, nah, you sit still. Get through with this. Okay, so talking about the concept of Black, y'all know we kind of been dealing with the Black Lives Matter thing for some time. I mean, it's been time upon time, but we saw this big influx with Ferguson, and then we see this big influx with George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and so many names that we can run off the laundry list. So I heard the blackity black, black, black. Do y'all feel people getting tired of hearing about it? Black, black, black. Because I'm talking to some youth yesterday, and they're saying their white counterparts are like, okay, enough already. We get it. Oh, we get it. What y'all think about that?
Well, their white counterparts.
You don't even got to ask that question. That can't be.
I mean, are you all experiencing that personally, or what?
I'm not, but I have a lot of white friends, and I just think they know not to say that to me, because at the end of the day, you're not in my shoes. You know what I'm saying? So I went to Beverly Hills High. Before that, I was at Calabasas Middle School. So all my life, I've pretty much seen privilege. I've seen, Black people get treated differently, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say right now it's such a pivotal moment for me, because it's like we're actually in the forefront. We're actually being heard. We're actually making a change. So for my white counterparts to even question that, I don't really think they have a place to do that, which they don't ever question it. They just ask me what they can do to help, in all honesty, but unless you're in our shoes, you can't really speak about that racial inequality. You can't speak about social injustice. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
One of my white counterparts, I've known her since we were like really young, and so I basically grew up with her. But she's posting all of the like anti-Black Lives Matter stuff on her Instagram and on her private accounts, on her Snapchat. She's like, you know, there's no reason to be protesting. Like, you guys are overreacting, essentially.
Wow.
It was hard. And I remember I was going to my mom, like, almost in tears because I was so close to her. And I was like, what do I even do? Like, I had to sit there and I had to talk to her. And, you know, actually we had to, like, split the friendship because we couldn't see eye to eye.
Yeah.
I think that was the big eye-opener for me is, like Jazz, I grew up in privilege. I went to Sierra Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
Go out here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you know, like,
yeah, I know.
privilege. And I think, you know, it's just kind of, there are people out there I know that are tired of it. I just think it's educating them and kind of moving on, not dwelling on it as much.
How you gonna look? And this is my thing. How you gonna be tired of something when we weren't educated on it properly? When you look back at our school books and history books, go really look back. What were we being taught? We weren't being taught our history. So my thing is, what I tell people is, all lives can't matter until Black lives matter. And that's why the mix is here. Because guess what? Everybody should be treated equal. It's that simple. We just want equality. We want to be treated equal, like humans. And that's why this show, The Mix, is so important, because now we have a voice and now we will be heard. And like I said, it ain't going to stop. It ain't going to stop.
And to be completely honest, our white counterparts should be so lucky that all we want is to be treated equal. All we want is equality. We don't want revenge, you know? And so they shouldn't be tired of us, you know, raving or, you know, declaring equality. They shouldn't be tired of it. If they really understood the history, American history, and what Blacks have had to go through in this country, then they would understand. So those white people who, you know, have issue with it, they're either against Black people to begin with, or they just don't know their history.
Yeah, that's true.
Simple as that.
Oh, it's rich. Who writing the book? Somebody need to write a book.
I feel like Rome.
Yeah, I'm not
right,
I didn't say that.
Oh, man. Y'all making jokes on the grandpa.
So, what are we looking forward to the viewers gaining from the mixed? What are you hoping they walk away with?
I just I hope that they walk away with, you know, feeling like they can relate to and feel like they can gain knowledge from us. I feel like, you know, when your parents, your family, older people can tell you stuff all day and you may not want to really hear them out. But when you hear people that's your age actually going through some of the same stuff that you're going through, you know, speaking on things that you can relate to, I feel like it resonates a little bit more. So I definitely just hope that they can have a safe place, like feel like they have a safe place to go to feel like, okay, you know, I can relate to these people. I can hear what they're saying. I can actually hear what they're saying and do better, or, you know, just encourage people in all ways.
I think another big thing is like them feeling that they're being heard by us and by so many other people, because it is kind of an audience interactive show. Like, we want to see comments, we want to kind of hear the audience feedback during the show and kind of have that conversation. So like Zonnique said, a safe place to have an open conversation about what we're all going through together, essentially.
Yeah. And, you know, I want them to walk away with a new viewpoint, because, you know, I had to learn growing up that I'm not always right. And I should be able to hear other people's point of view, you know what I'm saying? And agree to disagree. So even if I don't agree with you, I'm going to disagree with you, but I can still take away a lesson from it. So I feel like when they watch our show, being that there's 5 of us, everybody's going to have a different opinion, viewpoint, perspective. And I feel like at the end of it, that person will go away from it learning something. Even if they may not agree with us, they'll always learn something from us.
There you go.
Yeah.
They'll watch us disagree and still be okay to get back next
Exactly.
love each other the same way.
We ain't falling out over every argument, Black folk. Come on. We ain't gotta stop being friends over everything.
Yeah.
What about you, Anton?
I want to piggyback off what Jazz was saying, is that being able to watch young Black people have differences of opinions, but also to see that even though we have differences of opinions, we still at the end of the day respect each other's opinion. like she said, we may not agree with what, you know, each one of us thinks on a certain topic, but at the end of each conversation, we will have learned from each other, and we will have more perspective on someone else's opinion on something.
I think kind of to Romeo's point, what he was making to Jamiee is, you know, Jamie's the baby, right? She's still young. Her perspective matters, but we've all kind of walked through some things, but that doesn't mean her perspective isn't valid.
Yeah.
Her perspective is still valid because she's living that right now. So
Exactly.
we can't count nobody out, you know, because they're 17 or 18. So that's really good, y'all.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are scared to speak up because they're like, I'm young. People going to look at me. They're going to disregard me. And it's like, no, the young voice is important, like you said when we first All right, this is good, y'all. Got all kind of good stuff. This little meaty. This is some meat. And then lastly, the impact you see this having on the culture in the future generations to come. What impact do you see? What do you see?
You already seeing the impact. Anton, go ahead.
Yeah.
Let us know, Anton.
Yes,
You know, for me, the impact that I want to see is in front of the camera and behind the camera. I hope that this inspires young Black artists to create more, to rally with their friends, to put out their ideas, and to not be fearful of that. I hope that we are able to show them that if we can do this, you can do this too. That you look just like us. We come from, you know, different backgrounds, but we all have the same goal in mind, is to make it. And then also too, I want Black people to elevate their thinking on many different issues. I think what keeps us stagnant is that we have this old mindset on many different things that has been passed from us from generation to generation. And I really want the new young generation to be able to see a different perspective on certain things, and to be able to open up their minds and to grow from listening to us.
Amen.
That was really good.
I think the younger generation should know is like, it's okay to be truly and unapologetically Black, no matter the situation. Because I know when I was younger, it was, okay, you can't have your natural hair. It's the straight hair. You can't talk a certain way. You have to look a certain way, present yourself a certain way. So I think I want this show to show to everyone else, be yourself. Whether you fit the stereotype or not, it doesn't matter. You are you, you're beautiful, you're smart, and you're worthy. And I think that's what I want everyone to know.
Ooh, that's the baby.
That's the word. Yeah.
She got that voice. Told you she got that voice.
Oh my gosh.
This is so good. All right. Any final points y'all want to say to the audience, or anybody that's gonna be reading this magazine when they pick it up? Is there anything you want to say to them?
Just tune in every Tuesday. Go to foxsoul.tv. The mix is here. You know, we here. Exactly. What time it come on?
7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern.
Oh yeah, you
I
know,
thought it was asking me.
Jazz, I see you on it, Jazz.
Yeah.
She on it. She on it.
And then the Instagram is the Mix Fox Soul.
Yes.
Or you can just go to Fox Soul and find us there too.
And you
So
can
just make sure you follow us on everything.
Fox
So
you, okay.
The Mix Fox Soul and then Fox Soul.
Okay. Where can they find you all at personally?
So I'm on Instagram at Jazz Anderson, Jazz Anderson. I have Twitter, but I don't go on it. But my Twitter is it's Jazz Anderson. But I'm pretty much only on Instagram. So.
You can find me on Instagram. I gotta spell it. It's Zonnique, ZONNIQUE, Jailee, JAILEE. I wish I could change that. JAILEE. And then my Twitter is Zonnique.
The face Zonnique made while having to spell that out.
I have to do it every time.
Just at Romeo Miller. Just follow me at Romeo Miller everywhere.
Okay.
See, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
simple.
Super simple. Mine is just Anton Peeples, first and last name.
Mine is Jamiee DuBose, JAMIEDUBOSE.
2 E's.
2 E's, can't change it. Very unfortunate. I know.
It's okay. Well, you all, thank you so much. This has been energizing and very life-giving. I'm so ecstatic for all that you all are doing for answering this call, because it is a call and it's a mandate. You all, believe it or not, it was necessary. So thank you so much. I'm going to be tuning in. I'm spreading the word. I'm getting it out there to my folks here in St. Louis, because I think this is so timely, so relevant, and I'm just ready for it. So thank you all so much for what you bring to this movement. Anton, thank you so much for the genius concepts. Y'all got some great stuff ahead of y'all, and I see this is real. This is global, y'all. So
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
geeked.
you.
I'm gonna be sharing this on my Instagram. Y'all share it. Matter of fact, let's get a pic in, y'all. Let's do this. Y'all, let's do. Hey, put the personalities on the screen. All right, I'm going like this. Hold on, y'all. Y'all didn't tell me my ponytail fell. We supposed to be in this together.
You still look good.
Thank you. All right. 1, 2, 3. Hey,
Got it.
all
All right,
So
have
I'll
a
be
blessed
drafting
day.
this up.
Appreciate you.
Oh, go ahead, Romeo.
No, I said appreciate you. Have a blessed one. And
Hey,
make sure
you
you
too.
tag us so we can repost everything.
No problem. I got y'all. Give me time to get this good post together, because I'm about to
All right.
rip it. I'm about to rip it up. You feel me?
I love the energy.
I like that.
That's why I said, y'all tell me where to come. I'm gonna pack all this stuff down. Like, do not play with me. I want to be where it's moving. Hey, but this is gonna go viral in all cities, so I definitely understand what y'all just did to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and accept the Anton. I know what you just did to me. I'm on an assignment now. I'm on an assignment.
Yes, absolutely.
But thanks so much, ladies.
Right.
Y'all,
Thank
thank you so
you.
much, gentlemen. You all are appreciated. Be on the lookout, okay?
All right. Bye, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.